Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Marauders Guild. Today we're talking Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. The reason why is not because of the playthrough we're doing, but because of the surprise Star Wars Day update it got in the form of combat challenges and an arena game mode. This was a huge update amongst other things that were added. I mean, this was a huge surprise because when this video got put out, I was in the midst of playing Battlefront 2, trying to recuperate myself after the Clone Wars finale, and now I was just floored to see a new update come, and one that was actually substantial, not just a few cosmetics and things like that. Added 2 new modes, combat challenges and an arena. So we're going to be, in this video, reviewing those things, if they are worth coming back to Fallen Order to try out, if the New Game Plus is something you should do, and just what more can be done with this update in general. Now, the first thing I want to talk about are those combat challenges, and they are definitely going to be a challenge, to say the very least. These combat challenges are not easy, and to get stars, I guess you can call them, or the bulletin points of completion, they have some pretty, worthy task. One, you have to not take any damage, which is almost impossible for someone like me. You have to never heal, again, almost impossible for someone like me. And then, of course, let's defeat all enemies. But not taking damage and not healing, that's out of the book for me. So I probably will not be getting all stars on these combat challenges. But it's definitely something that's going to drive the core players of this game to achieve something. It's going to be something that takes them a while to complete, because they do increase in difficulty. I mean, on some rounds you might fight Imperial Troopers, some rounds you might even fight Beast, and I know there's one where you fight every single lightsaber boss that you've encountered in the game. So that's Terran Malicos, that's the second sister, that's the ninth sister, that might be even Vader, I don't know, I haven't done that challenge as of yet. But if you are looking for a new challenge in Jedi Fallen Order, you don't feel like playing the story, these combat challenges are definitely something you should get on. Now, the unlock for them, if you do get them all, is a new skin for BD1. So you can get something to spaz up our favorite little droid in this game. Is it worth the skin? I don't know. I mean, it's more so something that if you want the challenge, get on it, try it out. It's definitely going to be a lot of fun doing it. Could be a bit rage-inducing, I will admit. But like I said, if you're looking for a challenge, these combat challenges are for you. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is the arena. I really want to talk about this. The arena edition is a great idea, because the combat in Fallen Order did feel very smooth and fun, and you did want more of it, because in my opinion, combat was secondary to the puzzles of the game. So having something that can focus on the combat is very pleasing for me. And I'm pretty sure for a lot of people who wanted to experience the combat a bit more, or just use it to train and build your skills. One of the things that I would suggest to greater the arena is the addition of more models in the game. When I came into it, I was kind of assuming characters like Vader and Seer Junda and some rebels would be available to selection. They weren't. The characters that are available to selection, notable ones like Jar Sapal, your master, the Inquisitors, Purge Troopers, which are really cool to have, some stormtroopers, some beasts from all the planets you visit, things of that variety. But I really would like to see more characters added to the character selection list, like Saw Gerrera and his rebels, Seer Junda, things of that variety. Maybe even Trilla as a Jedi. That would be a pretty cool, little skin. No, he didn't make it into the game, but it would still be pretty cool. I'd also like the ability to pick Light Side Cal as one of the people. Now, I know you do play as Light Side Cal, but there is a spectator mode, which is another great thing about the arena. But in the spectator mode, you can't put Light Side Cal, and it'll be cool to make a Light Side Cal fight a Dark Side Cal, or Inquisitor Cal as it's called. So I really hope they add something like that and kind of keep regular updates to make this arena mode and combat mode a little bit better in the next coming weeks. Another thing I would like to talk about, I'm going to go back to that spectator mode, is I want them to adjust it or change it just a bit to have the option of spectator mode being you actually play Cal walking around, which is what it already is, versus adding a spectator mode that you are just a camera that can move around and capture the action. because it is cool watching these people fight, but it is a bit weird to literally be watching them fight in a sense as a third person cow watching someone fight. It'd be better if the spectator mode was a camera. Now, I'm not saying get rid of it because, like I said, it can be in some ways cool to have just Cal watch a fight go on. But when I see spectator mode, I think of, oh, I can freely move a camera around. That's what I was expecting. So change that or have an option to choose between Cal spectator or free camera spectator. Another thing I want to be adjusted in arena mode is the point cap system. You only have 100 points, and out of those points, you put down who you want to put. And some people cost more. For instance, Purge Troopers cost 20, while the Night Brothers of Dathomir cost 10. So you can only put so much. Now, understand you don't want to overload the map with crazy amount of people. It might not run smoothly for some, and that's a thing you have to consider. But I would still love to be able to put more people down than on average. I would love to have just a squad of Purge Troopers go up against a squad of Night Brothers, but you can't get that perfect balance because, like I said, Purge Troopers are 20, Death Brothers, or Night Brothers rather, are 10. Can't get that perfect balance. So I would love to see maybe that point system adjusted or make some people cost less than they do right now, so I can really get the most out of adding more people into the arena. Now, another thing I want to talk about, the new game plus that was finally added. Now, it is not like your typical new game plus where everything that you've done upgrade wise is still saved. It's more so everything you've done cosmetic wise is brought into a new game save. So don't come into this thinking that you are going to have all your force abilities, because you will not. Now, one thing I don't know as of yet is your force abilities, as you unlock them, will they still be the max rank that you had in your previous save? That's something I don't know about yet, but I know for a fact that you do not have all your force abilities when you load up the game. It's your cosmetics are brought over, so you can change your skins freely when you do your new game plus. And I understand that, because the reason being, the way the game was designed, you're not supposed to have certain force powers when you get to certain points of the game. So they want to curb that. So when they did this new game plus, they did not bring over any unlocked force abilities. So I fully understand that, and I hope other people do as well, because it would hinder the game experience if you go places you're not supposed to well before you're supposed to. I know in some cases that can be fun because, oh, like I'm already here and that kind of feeling, but you know, sometimes show a little reserve. Be patient, you'll get there eventually. And it's still fun learning the powers, and like I said, a lot of these powers you get are cutscene based as well. They might learn them thanks to the story, so that would be overriding any of the story work there. So I understand why we don't get our force powers, and I'm not gonna complain. I'm not gonna notch that down. Is New Game Plus worth it just for the skins? That's a whole nother question. It depends. If you enjoyed the story already, it definitely is worth it. If you just want to run through enemies again, I wouldn't say pick up New Game Plus. I would definitely get back on it, like I said, for the combat challenges and the arena mode if that is something that interests you. But as it comes to New Game Plus, with the way it is right now, I'm not saying that it's bad, but for some people, it probably won't be worth it. But like I said, arena combat definitely is. So that is my review of this May the 4th update of Jedi Fallen Order. Overall, it was a substantial one and a good one to say the very least. I very much enjoy everything in it. I am running through a New Game Plus. I am having all the fun I can in the arena mode, especially as you can see I've showcased some of the gameplay I have had in it, and the battles you can make. Though they can't be overall grand and they can't be huge, they can still be really fun and awesome to watch. So let me know in the comment section below if you fired up this Fallen Order May the 4th update, and what did you think about it? Have you done the combat challenges? What have you done in arena mode? And are you doing a New Game Plus? If you enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a like on it because it is greatly appreciated. If you haven't already, consider subscribing to the Marauders Guild to get more content just like this in the very near future. And until the next time, may the force of others be with you.